Good morning, my dear students. Now we discuss very important topics, that is surge impedance loading, Ferranti effect, and charging current. These are the very important topics in Unit 2. First, we discuss what is surge impedance or characteristic impedance, which is called characteristic impedance. Surge impedance is the characteristic impedance, both are same. Surge impedance or characteristic impedance of a lossless transmission line. It is also called natural impedance because this impedance has nothing to do with load impedance. So, surge impedance is a lossless transmission line. Lossless means the resistance of transmission line is 0 and also conductance of the transmission line is 0. So R is equal 0 and G is equal 0. Since line is assumed to be lossless, this means that series resistance and shunt conductance is negligible. Already I told that, are negligible or 0 for power lines. This means series resistance R is equal to 0 and shunt conductance G is equal to 0. Let us assume that the line has shunt admittance Y per unit length, series impedance Z per unit length. Then the characteristic impedance ZC of any lossless transmission line is defined as square root of Z by Y. So normally ZC is equal to root of Z by Y. The characteristic impedance ZC is equal to root of Z by Y. So what is the value of Z? Z is a impedance. The value of impedance is equal to R plus J omega L, where R is the resistance of line, L is the inductive, omega L is the inductive reactance of a line. Y is a admittance, that is equal to G plus J omega C. The total impedance will be R plus J omega L. Total admittance is equal to G plus J omega C. But in characteristic impedance, what happens? That is a lossless line, means resistance is equal to 0, conductance is equal to 0. What happens? If we put the value of Z and Y in the definition of ZC, then we found that characteristic impedance is a complex quantity. However, for a lossless transmission line, R is equal to 0 and G is equal to 0. What happens? If R is equal to 0, G is equal to 0, Z becomes J omega L and Y is equal to J omega C. Already we know ZC is equal to root of Z by Y. Substitute the values. Hence, according to definition, characteristic impedance ZC calculated as square root of J omega L by J omega C. Finally, on simplifying the equation, we get the characteristic impedance is equal to square root of L by C. These are very important. ZC is equal to root L by C. Normally, the value of ZC in overhead drain transmission line, that is varies in between 400 to 600 ohms, and also in underground cable that is very less, that varies in between 40 ohms to 60 ohms. Overhead line 400 ohms to 600 ohms, underground cable that is a 40 ohms to 60 ohms. So finally, the characteristic impedance ZC is equal to root L by C. L is the inductance of transmission line, C is the capacitance of transmission line. So next topic is surge impedance loading. So what is a surge impedance loading? A transmission line terminated with load equal to surge impedance of line is called surge impedance loading or SIL, surge impedance loading. Once again, a transmission line terminated with load is equal to surge impedance of line is called surge impedance loading. The load is equal to surge impedance. Then the line is called surge impedance loading. So the formula for surge impedance loading is very important. The power transmitted is equal to VRL square by Z0. This is a surge impedance loading formula. Power transmitted is equal to VRL square by Z0. VRL square, what is the VRL square? Receiving end voltage. L stand for line to line. Receiving end voltage line to line by Z0. VRL square by Z0. Normally the VR value must and should in KVs. The substitute the VR value must and should in KV. Z0 is varies in between 400 ohms to 600 ohms depend upon transmission line. Where VRL is the receiving end voltage in kV and Z0 is the surge impedance in ohms. So next, another important topic in unit 2 is Ferranti effect. So what is a Ferranti effect? So Ferranti effect is nothing but in lightly loaded or under no load condition in a long transmission line. This is very important. They are lightly loaded or under no load condition in long transmission line, the receiving end voltage VR is greater than the sending end voltage. Normally, which voltage is greater than? Definitely the sending end voltage is greater than the receiving end voltage. But in Ferranti effect in long transmission line, this is a one special case. So on which case in lightly loaded or under no load condition VR greater than Vs. So whenever the VR greater than Vs, how it is possible means due to the capacitance effect only this is possible. So in electrical engineering, the Ferranti effect is an increase in voltage occurring at the receiving end of a long transmission line above the voltage at the sending end, means VR greater than Vs. This occurs when the line is energized but there is a very light load or the load is disconnected under no load condition or lightly loaded condition. So suppose take one nominal pi method model. So what happens in nominal pi method? The capacitance will be split into two halves, C by 2 capacitance and C by 2 capacitance. IC1 is a charging current at receiving end side. IC2 is the charging current at the sending end side. What is the IS? Sending current is the sum of IC1 plus IC2. At which condition? That is a whenever receiving end current is equal to 0, means we not apply any load condition. We not applying any load condition means the line current is equal to 0. They have only two currents. So the two currents are IC1 and IC2. IR receiving end current is equal to 0 because we taken as the under no load condition. Taken as under load condition. Total sending end current is the sum of IC1 plus IC2. IC1 nearer to the receiving end voltage, IC2 nearer to the sending end voltage. So we draw the vector diagram. So vector diagram, how can we draw the vector diagram? So for any vector diagram, which is the reference quantity, in number of times I told that. So the reference condition is a VR. VR is a reference value. So when VR is a reference means we are at an angle 0 degrees. We are at an angle 0 degrees. So next, what we draw? The drop due to the charging current, the IC1 or IC1X. They have two drops because of the receiving end voltage side current, that is a IC1. So because of IC1 they have two drops, resistive drop and reactive drop, IC1 or IC1X. So how can you draw IC1 or so IC1 charging current always 90 degrees from the reference. I told that charging current always 90 degrees. VR is a reference. So from the reference charging current is a 90 degrees. So IC1 R will be straight line. So next one IC1X. How can you draw the IC1X? It is a 90 degrees from the resistive drop. Reactive drop is a 90 degrees from the resistive drop. So the what is the sending end voltage? The sending end voltage is the vector sum of receiving end voltage plus IC1R plus IC1X. That is nothing but VR plus IC1 of Z. VR plus IC1 of Z. Z is nothing but resistance and reactance. So the drop due to IC1 charging current only. So what happened here? Please observe, this is the IC1. What happened the IC1? So that's also 90 degrees from the reference, which is nearer to the sending end IC1. So if you observe carefully the vector diagram, the magnitude of sending end voltage is less, the magnitude of receiving end voltage is more, means VR greater than Vs in special situations, that is a lightly loaded or under no load condition, VR greater than Vs. How can you nullify this one? So this is a more capacitive load causes, so the receiving end voltage will be rises. In order to nullify that one, we put one inductor here. If you put inductor here, definitely that will comes in normal situation. If in some situations, what happens means Vs much greater than VR. So on that situation, I means fully loaded condition. On that situation, we put in capacitive load. So in this type of situation, we put in one inductive load or inductors, definitely that is nullifying. So finally, what is a Ferranti effect? Ferranti effect is the effect in lightly loaded under no load condition. Lightly loaded under no load condition, the receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage due to the charging current at receiving end side. So next, another important topic is the charging current. So what is a charging current? So charging current is nothing but IC. So what is the charging current? Whenever the capacitance exists, definitely there is a charging current. So any two conductors separated by an insulating medium act as capacitor. In case of overhead transmission lines, two conductors form the two plates of the capacitor and the air between the conductors behave as dielectric medium. Thus, an overhead transmission line can be assumed to have capacitance between the conductors throughout the length of the line. In other words, we can say the current associated with the capacitance of a line is known as the charging current. So the charging current will be in entire of transmission line, because what is the capacitance effect? Any two conductors are separated by an insulators. So two conductors mean in between two transmission lines, definitely in between two transmission line, air act as a insulating medium. Definitely the capacitance will be exist in throughout the transmission line. Whenever there is a capacitance exist, definitely charging current flows from one conductor to another conductor. So this is a very important aspect. So this is a charging current flows. So if there is a charging current always flows from conductor to earth also, because earth also a conductor. Any two conductors are separated with insulated. Air act as a insulator. So in long distance transmission line during light loaded condition, receiving end voltage will be higher than the sending end voltage. Already we discussed, that is a Ferranti effect. This is because of the charging current and capacity effect of the line. It is called as Ferranti effect. So the Ferranti effect is cause is charging current. So these are the very important topics which is called surge impedance. What is the surge impedance? Surge impedance ZC is equal to root L by C, where L is the inductance of a transmission line, C is the capacitance of a transmission line. In a similar manner, what is the surge impedance loading? Surge impedance loading is equal to VRL square by Z0. VRL square is the receiving end voltage line to line in kVs. VRL square by Z0. The surge impedance Z0 is varies in between 400 ohms to 600 ohms surge impedance load. Next one is a Ferranti effect. What is a Ferranti effect? In lightly loaded under no load condition, the receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage. That is a Ferranti effect. And finally, that is a charging current. What is the charging current? Any two conductors separated by an insulator, definitely the capacitance effect will be exist. And it means the charging current flows from one conductor to another conductor or one conductor to earth. These are the very important topics.